Hello, my name is Yasmin Terrazas. I am in the HSC 340 course, and my client today is Erasmo. Hello, Erasmo. I'm glad you're able to join me today. Can you introduce yourself and tell me a little bit about your behavior change?
Yeah, my name's Erasmo. I am 21 years old and I'm currently working at Quick Trip. The reason I came to see you today is because I feel like I need some guidance on changing my poor eating habits and increasing my physical fitness.
I can definitely help you and guide you with your behavior change. Before we get started, is there something that might have motivated you or driven you to make this behavior change?
Yeah, I've decided to join the police force and I realized that in order to pass the academy, I needed to change my diet and increase my fitness. I have tried to eat healthy in the past but always gave up. I realized that my eating habits are bad for my health and could even affect my chances of becoming a police officer one day. So I decided that I have a problem and need to make a change before it's too late. So far, I've downloaded a fitness app on my phone to help myself.
Well, Erasmo, it sounds like you're ready to change your eating patterns and become more physically active. I think it's a great start, and I think you're definitely on the right track. In order to change a behavior, we have to go through stages until the behavior change is reached. It's not always easy, but I believe you can do it.
Yes, I feel ready and confident to change my behavior.
Now, I know that you mentioned earlier that you realized there was a problem that needed to change. It sounds to me like you were in the contemplation stage of your behavior change. In this stage, people recognize there's a problem and they are starting to think about making a change. You also mentioned you download a fitness app. Is that correct?
Yes, after I realized that I wanted to eat healthier and improve my fitness, I decided to start and downloaded a fitness app to help myself.
That's great. That tells me that you are now in the preparation stage. You move from the contemplation stage to the preparation stage. In this stage, Erasmo, a decision to change a behavior is made, and then plan and tools are needed to make the behavior change. In your case, by you downloading the fitness app, you are using the app as a tool to change your behavior. Erasmo, after completing the HRA, was there anything that triggered you to want to make a change?
Now that you asked, when I was filling out the HRA, I realized that I consumed too many foods that were high in cholesterol and fat. This made me realize that my health is being affected and I needed to make a change as soon as possible.
I see. Well, that's a good thing that it's not too late to make a change, and it sounds like you're ready. Was there anything else on the HRA that might have triggered your desire to make a change?
Yes, now that I think about it, when I filled out my physical activity for the week on the HRA questions, I realized that it wasn't enough to pass the academy, making me feel disappointed in myself, which made me feel even more motivated to start.
No need to worry, Erasmo. Together we can work on your eating patterns and your physical fitness in order to help you with the police academy. Earlier you mentioned you were confident about your behavior change, correct?
Yeah, I think that if I set my mind, I'm confident I will change my eating habits and increase my fitness.
That's great to hear. It sounds to me like you have self-efficacy. A self-efficacy is defined as being confident in your ability to do something. For instance, like you mentioned, you set your mind into wanting to change your behavior. That tells me that you're confident. You set your mind to want to change your behavior and you said you were confident doing so. That tells me that you have great self-efficacy for this behavior change.
Yeah, I would consider myself confident as long as I have guidance from you and support from my family and friends.
That's good to hear. A support system is always a plus, Erasmo. Now, can you tell me a little bit more about your support system?
Well, I think that my main supporter is my girlfriend. When I told her about my concerns and how I wanted to eat healthier, she was excited for me and even told me that she wanted to eat healthy with me. She also insisted on going on hiking soon.
So it sounds to me, Erasmo, that your girlfriend is a great supporter in your decision to change your behavior. This is what we like to call helping relationships. That basically means having a relationship with people who act as a support system for changing unwanted behavior. Having healthy relationships are great first steps in making a behavior change. So far, it sounds to me, Erasmo, that you have great strengths that could help you with your behavior change. Some of the first steps on making a behavior change is talking about pros and cons. Erasmo, let's talk about pros and cons. Let's talk about pros first. What is something good that would come from not taking action?
Well, I think that whenever I try to eat healthy, I tend to be miserable and grumpy. So if I don't take action, I won't be grumpy or miserable.
Okay, that's good to acknowledge. Now, can you tell me what is something good that could come from taking this action?
Yes, well, if I take action, I will be healthy and become a police officer since my chances of passing the academy would be much higher.
Okay, great, Erasmo. It's always good to talk about the pros. Now, can we talk about some cons? What is something bad that could come from not taking this action?
Well, it's simple. My dreams of becoming a police officer will be ruined.
Now, Erasmo, can you tell me what is something bad that could come from taking this action?
Well, the worst thing I could imagine is changing this behavior of mine, eating healthy, becoming physically active, and still not passing the academy.
Talking about pros and cons are sometimes difficult but very important to think about. This is what we call a decisional balance. Erasmo, I'm going to ask you some questions so we can get started. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, perfect. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being really important and 10, my apologies, 10 being really important and 1 being not so important, how important is it for you to eat healthier and increase your fitness?
Like a 7, I think.
Great, that tells me you are motivated. Now, what can we do to bring this up?
Stay on track and not give up on myself.
Okay, perfect. I will encourage you and provide you with my guidance to help you stay on track. Now, how confident are you that you will succeed in this behavior change from a scale of 1 to 10?
I think a 9.
That tells me you are really confident in yourself, which is really good. I encourage you to stay confident and keep positive attitude in order to make this behavior change easier. Last question, Erasmo. On a scale of 1 to 10, how ready are you to start this change?
Although I'm nervous, I'm excited to get started. So, 8.
That's good news, Erasmo. Thank you for your responses. The next step of your behavior change is moving you on to the action stage. This action stage basically means you're ready to start and you're going to get yourself in an active process of modifying your behavior. Can we talk about some possible outcomes from a behavior change? What would you think would be some possible outcomes for making this behavior change?
Well, I think that if I change my behavior, it will help me not only now but also in the future.
Okay, you made a great point. Making behavior change like the one you're choosing to make is something that will stick with you for years to come. Now, yeah,
I definitely want to pass down my healthy eating habits that I obtain to my future kids. I know there's a problem with my diet, and the consequences if I keep it up will not only affect my life right now, like my chances of becoming a police officer, but it will also affect my future.
yes, Ralph. Now that you mentioned that, it's what we call consciousness raising. You are aware of the problem as well as the causes and consequences of continuing your behavior change. It's always good to reflect on not only the present but the future. Now that I know more about your strengths and desire to make a behavior change, let's talk about making a SMART goal. A SMART goal is basically goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-oriented.
Yes, I'm ready to make a SMRT goal. I think I want to start by making sure I avoid fast food places, exercise at least 3 times a week, and buy healthier snacks. And also,
That's a great start. How about we be more specific? Your SMART goal can be avoiding fast food places by maybe cooking home meals, ensuring you are physically active by enrolling in a gym, exercising 3 times a week. When grocery shopping, you could even avoid large quantities of unhealthy snacks to limit your intake and make a list of healthy snacks to purchase.
yes, that's perfect. Exactly what I was thinking. My SMART goal should be. So for my SMART goal, I will.
Okay, so now that we talked about your strengths, your SMART goals, some of the stages, and some of your background, I think we are ready to make this behavior change. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for being with me here today, Erasmo.
Thank you.